Can you beat SmackDown Here Comes the Pain with just 10 overall? Of course you can, right? But what if we add a few rules to make it a little bit more challenging? Like, we cannot at any point change our attributes, no matter how tough things get. We must play on SmackDown difficulty. We cannot use a table trick to make our opponents DQ themselves. Here's an example of that if you don't already know what that means. And we must win at WrestleMania 19 and become or remain the WWE Champion. Now before we begin, I'm Dragon DDT and I'll be enduring this torture out of curiosity and hopefully your amusement. With that said, it's time to choose our character, and lucky for us all, I've already decided on the undisputed best wrestler in the entire game, Ultimo Dragon. Now, to point out the obvious, there's a timer at the bottom of the screen. It'll come in handy later, so don't worry too much about that. The timer starts at the intro cutscene and will be going until the final bell rings to end the WrestleMania main event match. Kinda. You'll see what I mean when we get there. Also, this isn't a walkthrough, so I'm mainly going to show the matches, with some minor exceptions. Otherwise, we'd be here forever. So our first match is against Tajiri, and our strength is in our kicks, despite having only 1 out of 10. However, it's the best option we have for now because we can take massive damage from grapple reversals and, well, I'm still learning. It takes almost 2 minutes to even slightly damage his body. That's ridiculous. He only needs about 10 seconds to do the same to us. That's enough complaining because the rest of the match is rather easy. It's just reversal after reversal until we hit the Acai DDT and get the win in 6 minutes and 3 seconds. We request and get a title shot for the Cruiserweight title against Rey Mysterio. That's because this month is the hardest to get matches, so it kinda had to be done. I would never willingly choose to fight Mysterio because I can never beat the damn guy, but we take what we can get. The first worry is him starting with a finisher, but we get rid of it easily enough. We survive long enough to hurt his body, but he hurts our head just as badly, and eventually gets another finisher on top of that. We don't panic, we work him over some more, and finish him off, winning the Cruiserweight title. Honestly, we only really need the superstar point and don't really care about the belt. Tajiri comes back for another beatdown. He must have requested a title shot because he doesn't deserve it. He hasn't beaten anyone. This match, we try to figure out how many kicks we can hit before being interrupted. I think I count 11, but I'm sure we can do better than that. Can someone tell me why the referee just stands there prepared to get hit? Maybe he didn't want to see Tajiri get flattened with the Acai moonsault. After minutes of unsuccessfully trying to break the 11-hit combo, we retain the title with the Dragon DDT, of course. We aren't booked the week before the pay-per-view. I guess that means we're resting for the big title defense at the show then, right? Wrong. The Cruiserweight Champion isn't even good enough for Backlash. Now we join a tag team storyline and can look forward to weekly matches. Hooray. Speaking of which, we have a tag match against A-Train and Matt Hardy, and already my brain is scheming. As the match starts, we fight A-Train a little bit, then realize it would be much faster using Rhino. I mean, technically Ultimo is in the match and, well, we're not violating any rules. His overall is still 10, don't worry. It doesn't take long before he pins him after hitting the second best finisher in the game. Well, second to ours, of course. Our opponents this week are the unlikely team of John Cena and Sean O'Haire. These tag matches will have Rhino carrying all the weight because he hits like a truck, and Ultimo has already proven himself as Cruiserweight Champion. Next, we go against A-Train and O'Haire, and we try to break the kick combo record again, but fall short at 9. We tag in the War Machine and we attempt our version of a Poetry in Motion, but it doesn't quite work. O'Haire eventually tags in Cue Ball, and after a finisher reversal, Rhino softens him up with a gore, then gets the win. This is the match where we finally break the streak. The kick combo was previously at 11 and now it's at 14. Not really a big change, but it's good enough for me. Congratulations to our reptilian friend. Other than that, this match went on for too damn long. Judgment Day is here, my friends, and we will witness something I can't explain. Somehow, Rhino gets stuck in the corner as Shelton escapes. What the hell is that? After a good while of Haas getting beaten down by Rhino, it happens again, allowing us both to escape. It feels a little cheap, not gonna lie, but we're now Cruiserweight and Tag Team Champion. That feels way too good. We're thrown into a singles match with a train and the boss at ringside, and no, I don't mean Sasha Banks. Vince has taken an interest in this guy for whatever reason. This match we realized that running our hairy friend into the turnbuckle might actually be doing more damage than our own move. That remains the focus of the match. Well, that and staying away from Vince. Bastard keeps trying to grab us. Eventually we get the chance to fight Vince. We gladly kick his leg out of his leg. The finishing spot is a showcase of Ultimo and Rhino's synergy. He drops the train with a spine buster and we capitalize on it with our Dragon Salt pin combo. We can't even breathe before we get ambushed by a sore loser on the way out. He's mad at us for being a part of the UK tour. I don't care. Watch him fall off this truck. Hopefully this means we won't have to deal with him for a while. Welcome to Insurrection. We're greeted by the man that attacked us last week and challenged him to a hardcore match. Spoiler alert, we use no weapons in this hardcore match, but we do break a record. We land a shocking 32 hit kick combo, shattering our record and taking his torso into moderate damage. Ultimately, we go back and forth for a bit before a reversal leads to the Acai DDT and the 1, 2, 3. I'm starting to think this guy has an unhealthy attraction with us because he just won't leave us the hell alone. His issues aside, this match is notable for us getting the hang of our newest turnbuckle combo. It's not as effective as our final one, but we'll definitely get to that later. Anyways, we win again. Charlie just isn't in our league. Surprisingly, this match was the first time that the idea of using flying attacks on the outside really started to set in. So far we have the turnbuckle combo, kick combo, and now the flying attacks to the outside. Everything else feels kinda weak in comparison. He must have really bad durability because we hurt him pretty easily compared to everyone else, it seems. We run into our first problem with the turnbuckle technique, or strategy if you will, when the big boy reverses and punishes us with a finisher. Don't worry, we kick out at 1. He reverses our finish, but we improvise and score the win after a corkscrew moonsault. Bad blood is upon us, and so too is our much anticipated ladder match, only booked 1 week ago of course. This match is so short I'm going to let it play out completely. I had no idea we would win so soundly, but here it is. We choose Lita as our manager because she's a badass, but ran into a huge problem. We square up with Brock Lesnar and my cheeks are firmly clenched. One slip up and he can end us. Good thing we have Lita. She's not afraid to fight a man over twice her size. This match basically is a handicap match, and can you see why? This man is crazy. It takes Lita's overwhelming interference, 3 Acai DDTs, and 9.5 minutes to put down the beast. Oh my god, I need a break. We face off against Shelton Benjamin next, and he beats us down for most of the match. But we get a few shots in. Like here, when we stomp a mud hole in his ass and walk it dry. Oh hell yeah. He hits a few backbreakers and puts our body in critical condition, so we need to hit our finish while we still have time. And there it is. So Lita wrestles Sable and wins. We get nothing out of it except for a hug. I didn't think we would pass the 2-hour mark in such a useless fashion. Moving on. We fight Matt Hardy because he hasn't gotten over his ex and he's taking it out on us. Move on, dude. She's just our manager who gives us pies and hugs. Big deal. The match proves to be a reversal fest more than anything else, except for that we found a better way to use a turnbuckle to our advantage. Because he reversed even our finisher, we improvised and got him with the Northern Light suplex. We bridge and get the count of 3. That was way more difficult than it had any right to be. We make it to Vengeance, which means we should be done with Matt after this. Let's hope so. This match with Matt doesn't star us and won't factor into what I have planned at the end, so... After the win, an overly excited Dragon celebrates with Lita and attacks her lips with his own. All flustered and such, they head up the ramp and do it again. Dragon style. This should be good. It doesn't take long for the fight to spill to the outside of the ring, and there the Dragon tries working on his kick combo, but Eddie's having none of it. Back in the ring, we work on improvising our turnbuckle strat. The idea is there, but the execution is lacking. After a while, we pin Eddie to retain our title and finally acquire the 85th Superstar point. Now we are eligible to challenge the WWE Champion. Hope that happens soon so we won't have to join the Royal Rumble match. We have ourselves another Cruiserweight title defense, and you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm going to get a restraining order. I'll be right back. The SummerSlam is here and we're booked in a Battle Royal match for our title. The plan for this match is to pick someone and work them over, and it looks like Matt will be our first victim. We work him over until somehow we end up changing dance partners to Eddie. Eventually we survive long enough to give Guerrero a Dragon Bomb and pin him with it. We get slammed into the buckle, then almost lose our head to a kick. Thankfully, Hardy turns his attention to Shelton and eliminates him with a twist of fate. Immediately we plan him with the Acai DDT to retain our gold. We survive what could have been a nightmare. We're off to start up a faction with our boy Brock Lesnar. We need that kind of power on our side for sure. The downside is that means we have to beat him down. This match is the polar opposite of the first encounter because we're getting way more consistent with the turnbuckle strat. We managed to dodge most of his moves, but the ones he hits are too strong to take lightly. Our focus proves to be strong because we reverse his F5 attempt and barely survive long enough to put him away with La Magistra. Next, we take on John Cena, but the worry of Brock not seeming to want to join our group takes us off our game a little bit. We are so distracted that Cena destroys us with an FU. Even though we kick out, the damage has already been done. I'm not sure we can survive this one. A blatant low blow leaves our body in red health, but we manage to stay alive somehow. Eventually we start to turn the tables by reversing a finisher. We take one hell of a superplex, but he gets punished for not going for the cover by taking our finish and getting pinned. The Beast joins us for a tag match against Steven Richards and Val Venus. Could this be the rebirth of Right to Censor? Well, you guys know what time it is. It's time to unleash the Beast. The damn guy deals damage like a madman. There's nothing else to say except he's overpowered. And I doubt strongly that the RTC will be reuniting after that. We have our former manager Lita reprise a role for our new group. She accompanies us to the ring in a match against Tajiri and Steven Richards. I guess he wants to be taken more seriously this time. This time, Tajiri is the unfortunate soul to get beaten down by Brock. He's just helpless while the guy twice his size just throws him around like a ragdoll. And to add insult to injury, he even gets tapped out by a move no one submits to anymore. The Bear Hug. This month's pay-per-view is Unforgiven. For some reason, we're facing the Big Show. Yeah, I don't know either. The match starts with us taking some shots we'd rather not, but dishing out a little something in return. It doesn't take long for us to get knocked out of the ring, and we respond in kind by stomping a few mud holes in our giant friend. Back in the ring, the Big Show proves not to be so bright for the next 72 seconds. You'd think he'd learn to just slide in by now, but obviously not. Come on, man. You can do this. I believe in you. It's so sad. We just put him away to spare him further embarrassment. Poor guy. We start October wrestling against the man we wrestled our first match against, Tajiri. We had no problem defeating him the multiple other times we fought him, and hell, we've even beaten Brock and Big Show by now. How hard could it be to do it again? What the fuck? This match against Cena and O'Haire starts, and we show the perfect outcome for the turnbuckle strat. Double hammer throw into it and 5 successful shoulder tackles. We try to tag Edge in, but are body blocked by the referee. We do an axe kick and somehow hit him despite him being behind us? What? We take control of Edge and start a punch chop combo that may one day actually rival our kick combo. Eventually, Edge hits a spear, slaps Cena, and gets the win on O'Haire. Edge is actually pretty cool. I usually never used him before this. This tag match with Lita against O'Haire is so long for no reason. That means I'm so done with it, I'm just going to show a few highlights. Trust me, it's better this way. This match demonstrates us perfecting our turnbuckle strat. It does so much more damage than we could have ever hoped to do with just 10 overall. It takes us 2 minutes and 18 seconds to get his body into critical condition, which is by far the fastest time we've done that in. We even went as far as to pin O'Haire with a roll up from the turnbuckle. Let's keep this momentum going, shall we? Cena challenges us to a match at No Mercy, and we choose a hardcore match because last man standing and submission matches can go fuck themselves. The match starts, obviously. We immediately shoulder tackle him and throw him to the outside. We do a little more damage, then take our fight up the ramp. We head backstage to see what trouble we can get ourselves into. It takes a little while to learn how to use the weapons, so in the meantime we throw Cena off the cage a few times. It's just a glorious thing, isn't it? After some more trying and failing to learn the weapons, we just throw John off the cage again and pin him. So much for a cool hardcore match at No Mercy, right? It's the 1st of November and we're teaming up with Brock Lesnar to put the beat down on Kurt Angle and John Cena. We start the match taking the fight to Cena until his body is lightly damaged. Brock comes in and it takes only 45 seconds to flatten the "you can't see me" man. How did we ever beat this guy again, but lose to Tajiri? Rebellion comes around and Rey Mysterio, our nemesis, challenges us for a US title match, which if we win, would make us a 3-time belt holder. Cruiserweight, US, and Tag Team Champion. The match starts and I'm sure we all know this will be an easy win because of our turnbuckle technique, the kick combo, and, together, they're almost invincible. The only problem with all that is, I forgot Rey Mysterio had a corner finisher. Why does something awful happen every 2 hours? There's only one way to put this behind us, and that's stomping out Matt Hardy until he's broken. Don't worry about how we beat him. Just know that we almost took 6 glorious minutes to enjoy our feet crashing against his chest. After a little meltdown, we have a tag match with The Rock against Cena and Angle. This match goes much differently because we found our technique and you can see that. Just look at Cena's body. We go the entire match assaulting John and The Rock even comes in to hit the rock bottom. Even though we don't get the win from it, we work the turnbuckle strat and end the match with a roll up due to The Rock taking out Kurt, of course. Afterwards, Vince challenges us to face 5 other guys in an elimination chamber match, and we accept because we don't back down. Although, I'm not sure how smart it is to take on 5 guys with only a 1 in every attribute, but we'll see. We end our faction storyline on the Go Home show to Armageddon in a 6-man tag match. The Squad versus the Corporation for one last time. Wait, where the hell is Edge? You mean to tell me that we don't even get to have our farewell match with a member of our group? Hell, Rock isn't even in the damn thing. Well, let's just win the match for him and Lita. How about that? Already, by the looks of things, Brock is beating on Cena like he owes him money. This match will surely mean more if the founder of the group gets the pin. When Asai DDT later and we win the feud for our faction. Once and for all. Survivor Series is here and we are ready to prove ourselves in the Elimination Chamber. Let's go. We open the match against Shelton Benjamin. Our strategy is going to be to eliminate him before the next guy can come out. The only way to do that is to use a steel to our advantage, just like we use a turnbuckle. Unfortunately, our strategy is immediately thrown away when O'Hare comes out, but we managed to kinda hurt Benjamin. After a minute of ducking the other two, V1 enters the match and heads right for us. I guess he didn't like us playing it safe. We welcome him with arms wide open and send his face into the pod. Next out is Cena. We manage to move away from the pile of dudes, but Matt chases us down again. This pattern with Matt continues until Kurt Angle finally comes out. We send him into another pod, then run away while he fights Cena. The cameraman pans to us slamming Kurt into the chamber wall, and as he does, V1 plants Shelton on the mat with Jeff Jarrett's stroke, busting him wide open and allowing Cena to get the pin, making him the first elimination. Too bad the entire elimination is overshadowed by us beating the Olympic gold medalist. Nothing of note happens for a while until Hardy taps out O'Hare with a cravat. John Cena sets his sights on us and we make him pay for it. With 3 finishers at the ready and the chamber wall as our weapon, this guy stands no chance. Cena eats a Dragon DDT and becomes the 3rd elimination. We then wait until we find our opportunity to strike. It comes when Matt decides to do a Vader bomb off the top of a pod. What in the hell was he thinking? We slither over and make the pin. With him gone, we face Kurt on the steel. We slam him into the chain a few times, then pin him after surviving almost 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Our prize for winning that grueling chamber match is a tournament to become the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. You couldn't at least have just made us the contender because we won? This game always gotta make things difficult. First off, we face A-Train. After many hammer throws into the corner, the Dragon rolls him up within 2 minutes, 30 seconds. We want to make this as quick as possible so we can be fresh for Brock. The People's Champ proves to be a problem early on because he's far more durable than most wrestlers we face so far. However, we break him down as much as he does us. Brock is also more unpredictable than imagined. It's tough to tell if he's going to throw a strike or do a grapple. That means we eat a lot more shots than we can afford. No matter those challenges, we manage to hold on just like always. Until we lose our shot at the WWE Championship. That means we actually have to enter the Rumble now. I don't even know if we can win. Our opponent for this week is Val Venus. We perform 3 dives on the outside. Back in the ring, he tries to turn the tables on us, but we shut him down. We go back and forth for a time before rolling the Big Valboski up for a 3. It really seems like the GM has nothing for us anymore. Val Venus? Really? We open SmackDown the next week defending our Cruiserweight title against Eddie Guerrero. But at least Stephanie can't stop booking us all together since we have one of the titles. Our heart really isn't in this match. The Royal Rumble anxiety is really setting in. However, we don't let Eddie beat us too badly. Barring one move and a few strikes that hurt like hell, we get the victory relatively easily and move on to the next week. So we finally get the chance to defend our tag titles. It's just too bad it's in a tables match because things go wrong very quickly. See what I mean? With us out, that leaves Rhino to defend our titles by himself. The War Machine is amazing and all, but I really don't think anyone could last very long against those 2 big guys. And there it is. Well, at least we still have the Cruiserweight title. We head into Armageddon hoping to get something good, but instead we get a triple threat match for our Cruiserweight title. Let's just hope we can keep this one. Are you kidding me? We lost both titles in 2 weeks and now have 84 superstar points? Kill me now. After our heart and mind break from that shit show, the GM lets us participate in the Royal Rumble. We accept, then take on Kurt Angle. We badly need a win to lift our spirits. Please, Kurt, just stay down. Next we take on Shelton Benjamin and we make quick work of him. Well, as quick as 10 overall will let us. The winner of this Fatal 4-Way match gets to pick their entry number in the Royal Rumble, barring the 30th spot. This match sees us taking on two guys that we lost to and Kurt Angle. The match is total chaos for 4 minutes, but all that really matters in this one is the finish. The final stretch sees Kurt Angle putting the ankle lock. Is it ankle lock or ankle lock? I never know. On a train while we fight with Tajiri in the corner. Since Kurt was busy, we throw Tajiri into the corner and roll him up for the pinfall win. Oh, what the hell? Someone fire the cameraman. We will be seeing that in our nightmares. Horrifying close-ups aside though, we pick our entry number and holy shit, we get number 30. I don't remember if that always happens, but that's amazing. With that excellent news in our back pocket, we take on Big Show once again. We wear his body down with our turnbuckle strategy. For a durable giant, he definitely seems weak to throws into the corner. However, he is also stubborn with his reversals and kickouts. Yes, we beat him, but he sure as hell put up a fight. The Royal Rumble is finally here and the cheeks are firmly clenched. Yeah, we're the 30th entrant, but I'm not sure that will even be enough to help us win with our low stats. Going to save us from watching the almost 8-minute match, and also going to say I had no idea the eliminations were so damn quick. I thought there was a ring out meter or something. Anyways, we come out at number 30, but before we can even make it to the ring, Kurt Angle is eliminated by Shawn Michaels, and Brock Lesnar is eliminated by Tajiri. Tajiri then kicks out Shawn, and all this happens within 9 seconds. And that's before we even make it to the ring. Once we enter, we do a little bit of nothing for a few seconds before running at and throwing out Tajiri. We give him a low kick for good measure and win the Royal Rumble within 10 seconds of entering the ring. A train will be our next opponent and we take our time showing Big Al to the turnbuckle until he's weak enough to stare at the lights. A train really isn't a threat to us anymore. It's kinda sad now. Poor guy. We take the fight straight to Tajiri because we are tired of dealing with him already. Just want to slap him around a little just to make ourselves feel better. After getting our fill, we tag in our partner. He makes quick work of Jiri and even hits a top rope headbutt and gets the 3. Next week we fight Shelton Benjamin and it's very similar to the last match we had with him, except instead of a sneaky roll up, we claim a victory with our Dragon Salt and it's never looked better. We team up with our guy Brock to take on these two clowns we just recently beat. Brock leads this match because we want to see Tajiri broken and battered by the Beast Among Men. Lesnar does a good job of it too. After an F5, we get the win. Now on to the pay-per-view. Welcome to No Way Out, the stage that will host the final match we should have with the Japanese buzzsaw. It's just too bad it's a last man standing match. For some reason, Tajiri starts with a finisher, but it's not going to save him from the beating he's about to receive. We knock him outside the ring and then dive out after him. I have to give him credit though. We bring back our Ultimo kicks and Jiri ends it beautifully. Back in the ring, we work his body into the red and take our time kicking and stomping him out. We hit our first Acai DDT of the match, but it only leaves him down until the count of 4. Our next attempt to win comes from a top rope sunset flip powerbomb. He recovers after the count of 6. There's no way this guy should be getting up after that. Are you kidding me? After 7 minutes, it finally takes a second rope back suplex to keep him down for the count of 10. Except, according to this, that's not what happens at all. SmackDown, here comes the pain. Why are you like this? The road to WrestleMania starts with more bullshit, but thankfully Stephanie is on our side. We get another shot at Tajiri, and if we win this time, we will become the undisputed #1 contender. However, just check out the ridiculously persistent reversal. It regrettably takes 10 minutes to put him away, and it's such a disappointment. We defeat the Big Show in about 3 minutes using our friendly turnbuckle to weaken him and using our Acai DDT to put him away. The last week before Mania is here and our opponent will be Kurt Angle. This match goes back and forth for over 7 minutes until we manage to trip him up from the outside. While he's stunned, we taunt to get a finisher, then work to use it. After he's hit with our finish, We get the 3. The challenge is now almost complete. We only need to break the dead man's undefeated streak at WrestleMania to win the WWE title with just 10 overall. This is it. This is the final pay-per-view of the run. This is WrestleMania, and we will be taking on The Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell match. First things first, look at our boy Ultimo flying through the air on his way to the ring. They say you gotta come big for WrestleMania, and there's nothing bigger than that. Will that man do it? Will he become WWE Champion for his first time ever? The match starts, obviously. We give him the Ultimo kicks, knocking him out of the ring. We start brawling with the Phenom to show we aren't afraid of him at all. We head up to the top of the structure to try to hammer throw him off, but it doesn't go to plan. We eventually boot him off the right side of the cell and watch Taker bounce on the floor. Isn't it so great? We wait on the cell for him to return. We make a huge mistake and pay for it, falling off the cell. Luckily, we aren't too hurt, but after a fall like that, we need to play it safe. Back on top of the cell, oh shit, we make the same mistake twice. This is bad. Immediately, the Phenom tries to take control, but we reverse. He does the same when we go for our finish. Then we trade reversals until we head back to the place we just fell off of. This is it. If we fall off one more time or get hit with a finish, there is no getting back up. Undertaker manages to catch us with a chokeslam on top of the cell. Our head falls into the red. After buying ourselves a little time, we shoulder tackle Taker off the cell. This is going to be the last stretch. The one who hits their finisher will be the one who wins. We dance around the breakable part of the cell, but get caught and busted wide open with a big boot. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Taker then starts throwing punches wildly at the air, and we take the opportunity to hit him with the Dragon DDT all the way through the cell. We immediately go for the cover and get the 1, 2, 3. We did it. We beat Taker at WrestleMania, take the WWE Championship, and do it all with just 10 overall. Okay, I should have stopped the timer at 6 hours, 53 minutes, and 18 seconds because that's when the bell rang, but cut me some slack, will you? I'm new to this. Now, it's time to check out some stats. Out of 57 matches, we won 52 and lost 5. The shortest match time was 2 minutes and 51 seconds against Sean O'Haire, and the longest was 10 minutes and 6 seconds against Tajiri, because I'm DQing any Lita matches where we're not involved in primarily. And the tag matches because, well, we kind of use the other guys to handle our business. The average match time of each match was 5 minutes 26 seconds. That means the total time from bell to bell of each match was 5 hours, 9 minutes and 42 seconds, shaving off 1 hour, 43 minutes and 36 seconds from our corrected overall time of 6 hours, 53 minutes and 18 seconds. I initially thought this run would take about 8 hours and be nothing but torture, but I'm happy to say I was wrong. I actually had a lot of fun and hope you did too. Now to wrap this up, I'd like to know your thoughts on this run. Also, let me know if you've tried this challenge yourself, and if so, let me know how it went. The only other thing I'm left wondering now is, how much faster could I go through this whole thing again with just a simple rule change?